What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to be going over the markets, starting with the pre-markets. We'll take a look at the Dow, see what happened with yesterday, then the DXY, and then we'll take a look at the short-term time frame for Bitcoin. And I do want to talk about when will a good time to buy be. Obviously, whenever you feel like buying is a good time to buy, if you know, because you are the one that has to make the decision. But I'm going to show you some things that might help you. Just give you a different way to look at stuff. I know everybody is always talking about like there's a guarantee that Bitcoin's only going to go up, which it very well may, you know, in the long term, but there is no guarantees. And I'm going to show you some things in the end of the video. Definitely stick around. I think you're going to be interested in it. We're going to take a look at some other charts from the past just to kind of give us an idea of what we could be looking for. It doesn't mean what we have to see. But there is no guarantee in any market, guys. I try to stress that. I know a lot of people are you know, telling you that it is a guaranteed safe to buy, that because Bitcoin is going to go up, or Ethereum or anything else, just going to go up long term. It's not a guarantee. We'll talk about that a little bit in the video. Make sure you guys smash the likes, even though you might not want to hear what I got to say. Smash those likes. It may help you in the future. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos, and share the video if you enjoy the content. So looking at the pre-markets, Dow is up 63 points, S&P's up 4.75 points, and Nasdaq's up 675. Now let's take a look at what happened yesterday. So this is what we've been watching this channel on the Dow, right? So we are right back down, flirting with the middle. Now, do we pop around in here for a while just to make another lower high up here, which is possible? But if we zoom in here and look at where we're at, so we talked about opening and closes above this. We did open and close the day before yesterday. We opened and closed below the median line here, but now we have opened below, closed above here. So let's see what today's candle does. Most likely we're going to get back down to this range, and I'll show you why. This is the daily chart, and if you look at the daily close here, right there, we made a higher high and a lower high in the price action. That is hidden bearish divergence. We are in a downtrend. Hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend, right? So let's take a look at what's going on in the RSI. So we've been waiting for another touchdown here. We did not quite get a touch, right? We've been bouncing around. Alternate touches, top, bottom, top, bottom. We have a ways to go for the bottom. Now I want to show you guys what could happen. We could happen, depending on, let's see what happens today, but you know, we could get some more upside here to get a, you know, before getting a retrace and touching way back down over here, which would be sometime in November, which would line up with the Bitcoin bottom, false bottom. We'll talk about that too real quick. So looking at the DXY, we have gotten a bounce here off the 0.236 fib from this low. All I did was put my Fibonacci retracement levels on there. So far, we're getting a bounce here. If we break this 109.34 area, our next spot for a bounce is going to be, where's the price label? There we go. Somewhere in this range, 108, and that may be in the, you know, it's maybe in the cards, not a guarantee. I'm still extremely bullish on the DXY. I have been for a very long time. This is going to push this target up further, somewhere between the 112 and 130 in the next few weeks if we do get up to that range. Now let's take a look at the daily. And looking at the daily shows nothing but bullishness. Our next target is around 122 once we break that 112, 113 range. And as you guys know, in the big picture on the weekly, this is what I've been looking at. Super bullish on the DXY. Like I talked about it a little bit yesterday, people looking for divergence and talking about oversold and under, or overbought and oversold on the DXY. That does not work, guys. For one, you can't buy and you can't sell the DXY. Be careful who you're watching out there. All right. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. Links down below. You can use my promo code Savvy50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. I also have a tutorial on my YouTube channel. Go check it out. All right, so here we are in the 4 hour. So these are the targets we actually made about 2 weeks ago, right? This first one, the 18.6, just being a measured move from the break of this blue trend line up here, gets us to that. And then we have our next target, the break of this yellow trend line, bring it down to the bottom. I'm not going to go through all of this because I do want to show you what I'm looking at in the longer term. But as of right now, could this little retracement be done and we go down from here? Definitely a possibility. The highest I see us getting here is about the 19.6 to 19.650 range, which will also line up with the 55 EMA on the 4 hour. I would expect a rejection here. If he did get a wick up, it may hit this 19.850 range, which is right here on the VPVR. You can see this high volume node, right? But there's a good chance this may just whip around, you know, may do some sideways action here, come back down. But once we get back below this 18.7 range, open and close a 4 hour below that, guys. My next target, as you guys know, is 18.1. And same thing, may bounce in here for a little bit. Once this breaks, though, I do expect 18.1 to be the next resistance. And then we'd go test that 17.5, where everyone is expecting it to hold. But remember, every time we've tested a low like this, we did not even get a bounce, guys. I mean, you might have got it in the smaller time frames, but you can see here, each time that happened, this one back here was one of the first that was on at 42.3, broke right through it. We did get back above it for a minute, fake out, and then come back down. And then we had this low here. Well, actually, this low here, about 33,000. Same thing. Once we broke that, boom, we never came back. And then we made this low here, 25.3. Once it broke over here, we never made it back up to retest. Close, but didn't make it. We may see the same thing at 17.5. And as you guys know, watch my yesterday's video for those lower targets there. And this is the Amazon compared to Bitcoin chart. I made a video and this chart on December 2nd. So far, it has been playing out almost to the T. Still looking for this. Now, there is a chance it could take longer. There is a chance it could be shorter. We could bottom before, right? So if this is playing out, I did a video a while back showing you time frames and everything else. This would put us to about the middle or end of next year, 2023, for this low, if it is to happen this way. That would put our false bottom like we had here. And guys, this is not an Elliott wave count. Just so you know, that's 5 waves there, but this is a bubble pop pattern. Everybody's talking about a wave count. Go to Amazon and see if you can figure the Elliott wave count out there. You cannot. So this is a whole new thing. It's a bubble, not a new thing. It's been around forever, but it's a bubble pop pattern. Comes down in 5 waves. And I'm going to show you that in a couple charts here in a minute. Make sure you guys smash those thumbs up and let me know what you think of this, because I'm going to show you some more charts in a minute, like I said. But anyways, the same thing I've talked about in the RSI. The reason I think we'll have a false bottom here is we're probably going to break this trend line right here. Let me move it over so you can see, just like we did back there. Get everyone super bullish. Could be 100% pump, but 100% pump from, you know, 7 to 8,000 is 14 to 16,000, right? And then continuation to the downside. That would rally into next year, possibly all the way into, you know, April, May, somewhere in that area. And then I would expect the bottom to be sometime in the middle or end of next year, like I've been saying. Does seem to be playing out beautifully. I mean, even the bull trap right here, the ABC that we were expecting, if you were watching this channel for any amount of time, you know, we were expecting that. I didn't expect it to go this high. Once it did go this high, then I've started looking at the Amazon chart. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. One thing I want to point out is this is the same thing, the weekly chart on Amazon. Everybody talks about how it could be extremely bullish. Definitely could be extremely bullish. Does it have to be? Absolutely not. But hold on a second, guys. Absolutely not. But if it does play out like this, you're going to have a couple years to buy, right? So from the top to the bottom here, like we looked at in the last one, from the top to the bottom here was about 575 days. And that is approximately the end of July, beginning of September 2023 for Bitcoin. So, and one more thing I want to point out, it took 10 years for Amazon to break the all-time high here. Now, what I wanted to talk about was, here are some more bubble pop patterns. Let me clear these up a little bit. This is Nintendo's bubble pop. Now, this one took from 07 to 12. That took 5 years to bottom. 5 years. Now, if it was to look like that, we could get one more little low here, get a rally up into next year, maybe $25,000, $30,000, and come back down. If it was to play like this, again, we're going to be keeping updated on this. I have been keeping my eye on this, the bubble pop pattern, since December 2nd. We did also call the top at 64. Like I said, I think this was a false top, just like we'll get a false bottom right here. And everyone, if it does do like I think we're gonna do, once we get past the 7,000 or 8,000, this would be a good, if we get down to 7,000 or 8,000, that's probably a good time to buy in, possibly do some trading for the bounce, and then start taking profits on the way up, and then get some break even ones where you got in. And once that breaks, though, for the people that are holding or bought, once we get a bounce here, the confidence level is going to be crazy. People are going to be super bullish. And if it does turn around and make a new lower low, that will kill the confidence in the crypto market, which hence would take, be like Amazon, 10 years to make a new all-time high. But take a look here. It's been 15 years and Nintendo still has not made a new all-time high. But remember, that was a 5-year dump. So it's been 10 years of upside. But the people that bought way up here, they're still at break even or at a loss. So just keep that stuff in mind. And that's been 15 years. Now let's take a look at the next one. Sony, same thing. Bubble pop pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This one took from the year 2000. So they're always started by a big crash, right? 2000, we had the dot-com bubble. Sony wasn't a dot-com, but it crashed just along with everything else in 2000. And the Nintendo started in 2008. That was the beginning of its crash. So pretty interesting with all the things going on right now. But anyways, so we had this big crash here. How long did that take? That was 12 years. So this bottomed at the same time as Nintendo, 2012. Nintendo started its crash in 08. This started its crash in 2000. Again, this is Sony. And it has been over 20 years. Been 22 years. Look where Sony is. They're back here. Never got its new all-time high. So there's no guarantee that Bitcoin is going to hit a new all-time high. Does that mean you should stay away or Bitcoin's dead and it's going to zero? Not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying pay attention. Quit listening to people that are guaranteeing you things, because there are no guarantees in markets, guys. Be safe. Be careful. If you ask me, trading's the way to go with this stuff. I could care less about the projects and whatnot. I don't know. Like I said, guys, just do your own research. Be careful out there. If you are getting into trading, don't bet the farm, guys. Start out with small amounts if you're new. If you can't grow $5 or $10, you're not going to be able to grow $5,000 or $10,000. So just be careful, be cautious, use risk management, use stop losses. Be careful out there, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video.